This is a 3-card reading for Teshay from Lover Oracles. This first card said, when you pass from this world, you take nothing with you but your soul and the memory you have shared with those you love. So hope you cherish happy moments, whatever that you encounter in life, including your past. Power. You instinctively know what is right for you, and you have the power to say no or to walk away at any time. I feel like you're intuitive, Teshay. It's good to utilize that and to strengthen it as well. When it comes to matter of the heart, there is no right or wrong. Every choice you make expands your understanding of life and love. And may you continue this twin flame journey to ignite your unconditional love through self-love. And this is the end of the reading. May you find life from the spiritual guardian. May readings for the shades. How does Mercedes feel about you with current energy? My heart isn't open to anyone because of how I was hurt in the past. Heartbroken. Something happening to her. I'm getting trauma that she's been dealing with, getting triggers. So it is up to her to do the necessary healing regarding this trauma before it's going to continue to get more intense. My alone time is precious to me, and I honestly prefer my own company. Solitude. And this is the end of the reading for you. May you find life from the spiritual guardian. The three-card reading for Chrissy. I'm got to use the guiding light oracle for you. This particular one is a supernova. An aspect of your personality, ego self, must die to make way for a new shiny star to be born. Okay, this is a very direct message, but perhaps it wants me to talk about where is your ego self coming from. It's just that your soul has been fragmented through human ancestry that chose the dark path, and that's where negative emotion came from. And the society grows so complex and advanced, so it complicates humans' negative emotions. Just because you have one negative emotion, such as fear, you could have a mixture of other negative emotion that goes with that whenever you're practicing it, like worry, hurry, self-defense. Anything else particularly for Chrissy? Dark compassion, so I'm getting that as well. That caused by good thing. Discrimination, isolations, preference in that regard. And yeah, that's also part of the reason why the egoistic self formed, because you're staying away from the truth of your soul. You know, the soul is supposed to be born with the seed of light. It is coming from the source of unconditional love. But unfortunately, it's just that the human ancestors decide not to continue with the path to co-create on this earth. So that is an extremely long time ago. It's not me to say, probably back in the Numeria time, but Numeria, you can Google that on the internet as well. How long that is, that's not documented in human history, but it's sink into the ocean somewhere. But anyhow, so the egoistic self, that's one of the reasons why it got fragmented, the soul. And another part of it is life is so physical, everything is so physical perspective. And it's driven by the desire, by those negative emotions. So therefore it keeps you reinforcing the egoistic self. And humans is not supposed to have an ego. Humans is not supposed to have subconscious self either. We are supposed to have just consciousness directly from the soul levels. The body is just a vessel for us to experience life on earth, and that's it, and nothing more, right? And there's beside those 5 physical sensation that we use, from hearing, seeing, smelling, tasting, touching. The soul language is come from our intuitive ability. That is a soul language that people refuse to activate, refuse to connect to their higher self. They continue like their ego to drive them to do the living. So yes, you have to like this ego self to die in order to bring a new rebirth, to find the lost soul that you once have. That's what the spiritual guardian is saying. So I hope that makes sense, or maybe it's too much information for you here, since people come to me for spiritual awakening anyway. So that's the reason why I do soul healing readings. Heart and heart. Don't allow this situation to make you bitter, cold, and aloof. There is always hope. Doesn't matter your age, doesn't matter your time, doesn't matter what situations that you're facing in your life, Chrissy. Because your spiritual guardian, it's always with you. And there's so much support in your community as well to help you with this. But the question is, are you willing to, like this first card to happen, right? You have the free will. If you understand your darkness, if you also understand the light, it is your choice to make. And you don't have to view life so with pessimism. And that's what it's trying to say. All you need to do is open your heart. And so again, you once had it long time ago with your innocent child before all this darkness from the human creations. It's up to you to navigate through that darkness to understand, right? What's the difference between dark and light? And I mentioned a couple of those negative emotions that you need to work on, so you don't have to continue cycling that. You don't have to continue practicing that. It is all about discovering the unconditional love. That is the purest form of love. Why people not working out relationship? Why there's so much darkness in their relationship? I mean, I'm not even talking about all this killing around the world, right? From the top levels in the country, the government side of it. But yeah, in the day-to-day life, we're hurting each other. We're inciting, encouraging negativity in each other, and we don't realizing it. Until you awake your spirit self and say, yeah, I need to stop this cycling. I need to stop this old patterns. I'm going to do some self transformation to heal within myself, not to blame others, not to interacting the same way other people are doing to me. And I'm going to discern the difference between dark and light, not to continue to have emotional reactions. Although I get emotional triggers, but I can go within and realize what that trigger means, what it is that I need to release and heal. So I'm saying that from an eye perspective would help you understand when you're going through your life situation, right? Whatever you're encountering in your community. Those are your support. If you don't get emotional trigger, how do you know what you need to work on? So embrace all your emotional triggers. Take the moment to help yourself to heal, to release. It is, yeah, it's people like asking, how do I do that? I mean, it's, you have innate ability at your soul level. You're just gonna have to trust and dive right into your inner world to take that control back, because you are your own creators. Nothing can stop you. Your determination, your courage, your inner awareness, the realization. And you will eventually understand that you own your own creation inside. No one can trigger you eventually once you release that reactions. Breathing can help you calm down. Meditation, there's so many forms of meditation can help you ground, so you don't have to stuck in emotional reactions, because reaction control you, manipulate you to make you do, well, your guardian said stupid things, right? Make you do stupid things, say stupid things, or at that levels. So once you realize it, you don't have to continue that pattern, then you will release that negative emotion. It's a little bit effort at a time. It doesn't just go away in one release, because you're dealing with energy accumulate a little bit at a time. Once you release a little bit, it's going to lift yourself out of those negative energy a little bit at a time. So the more you do, the more you accumulate, and you're going to have this major cycle coming in. Once you release that successfully, and guess what? You no longer practice that negative emotion. Next time when you encounter similar situation, and you're not reacting with that negative emotion anymore. And congratulations, Chrissy. That is the time to congratulate yourself. You actually hold that particular emotions, and that's what it is. Don't use this heart and heart to live your life. Know that everything is beautiful around you. Knowing that you know the difference between the dark and light, and even you can tell through other people, right? The way how they behave and talk, why they do what they do. But all you need to do is focus on yourself and let people be who they are, because they have to go through their life journey as well. And you cannot help them heal. We can only help ourselves to heal within ourselves. This is the last card for you. Dream come true. Your dreams are coming true because you stay true to your heart desires. Now, heart desires is talk about the true passion that you have. This heart desire is talk about your authentic soul. Do you know your true character? Do you know your soul blueprints? Not the one that humans are trying to influence you, or telling you who you are, or trying to tell you, hey, this are the norm. That's what everybody do. So you go ahead and do it. I mean, it's like that ever since every children born on this earth, since childhood. Where you learn that from, not just taught through education, taught by your family, even sibling for some reason. Okay, I'm picking up siblings. Maybe you have sibling. So all that, they influence you in your everyday life. You might not even realizing it. Even as simple as culture influence people to behave certain way, to give them some false belief. Oh, this is what you need to practice. When you go to other country and you need to follow their practice or something, otherwise you might be seen as outsider or something, right? That's sort of a common, things. People will say that they don't see human beings in this entire world as one human race. Do you see how culture, do you see how education, government system can separate human race into so many different categories? And that's what discrimination, racism are coming from, because we tend not to see it as one human race. They like to judge based on the appearance, or they like to judge based on your background or something, education background or something like that. So it is up to you to realize it, to stop those type of things, not to let them to influence your true passion, not to let them influence your true authentic version from that soul level. And it's called the higher self. The more you realize your inner world, the more you can connect to your higher self. The less that you will focus on the outside to let those external things to influence you. But it's a matter of you to discern, not to judge. And standing morning say for Chrissy here. Your guardians want me to tell you you're on twin flame journey. Twin flames just mean that two souls have the highest compatibilities. It is more than just a soulmate. Soulmate does not even have that kind of category. Twin flames, there are only two souls in this category of this entire universe. It is just the way how divine creates human souls. It is a beautiful journey. This journey is about learning unconditional love. Am I even allowed to say any further for her? Yes, there is inner guidance. This path is learning about unconditional love. You want me to tell her meet someone in the futures. You do not need to ask for it. Just work on your unconditional self-love, Chrissy. The more you work on your energy inside to release those negative ones, through releasing those negative emotions, because emotion translate into energy. It either sink you or elevate you. And your soul need that vital energy that really that really lift your energy, not sink your energy. The more you do that, the more you eventually will attract your twin flame to come into your life. I'm not here to talk about timeline. I'm not here to talk about whether you know this person or not, but to understand why your energy is so significant. It is about healing your soul vital energy. And the law of attraction said, light attract light. Your negativity attract negativities. When your energy is in this loving space, what do you attract in your external world? It's love. So I hope that makes sense, Chrissy. And I hope you have this beautiful twin flame journey. Trust within you, that inner voice and inner guidance. And you do have the answer within you. May you find light from your spiritual guardians. Waiting for Raquel from the Chinese Fire Element Oracles. I have the water dog here. Play with the wave. Let me go to the guidebook 59. See how I want to express. It's said to stay grounded, connect to your center, to navigate through life with calm and ease. Perhaps you're still having turbulence, emotional turbulence. So it wants you to have this loving energy so you can be happy all the time as well. I'm seeing these visuals. Yeah, it is cute. I mean, it's each deck has a cute animals in it. So I think that's the expression. Can you be the expression like this dog face, happy, playing, but not so innocent, but you don't have to be like naive or anything going about with your life, but you still have this wisdom in you. And that's why I want you to stay grounded, to connect with your center so you can navigate life with calm and ease, because you have and you can have this inner knowing to navigate through life. And that's what the center is talking about, your higher self. But at the same time, you should have this loving energy. So to have this fun, to have this what do you call that? No burden. Like if you have negative emotions, to have fun, that is not really fun, right? That's not really happiness. When you have this loving energy, you shouldn't have these negative feelings. Like, oh, am I gonna get jealous? Am I gonna dispute with you? Am I gonna engage in argument with you because I'm playing along suddenly and I dislike you? Or suddenly there's a conflict erupting. That you see how that is going regarding those situations. Why is suddenly it turn out good and suddenly turn out so negative, right? But that's why it needs grounding so you don't engage in those negativity. You need to stay in the center to help you to understand, hey, what's the right course of action if you're ever engaging in those docile inhumans, right? Yes, you do have it. The other person have it. You need to continue to incite the docile, of human being. So that's the whole point is trying to say, can you maintain this loving energy, right? Number 55, Earth Horse, stirring the cauldron. Let me see this one. You have come a long way, like the pains, the gains, the delegations, and so forth that make you who you are today. It's time to connect the pieces so you can see the full pictures of what happened, right? About you. How did you become the way you are today? And there's so much to share about your story. But first of all, you need to share it with yourself first to help you understand that. So then you can express it in the loving way. So you don't have to carry this harshness in you. Because those are like tainted by negative emotions because of those past story. How can you transform that into something better with lightness, with this loving energy? It's I feel like the loving energy keep reoccurring in each of the cards. It's trying to nudge you toward that. But you gotta do the self transformation yourself by understanding the full story about you, what makes you today, so you can transform them one by one into this loving energies. So that way you can express it without those negativities, in other words, the harshness. So that way you have a brighter futures. And there's like a guiding light in you that you want to access through your center, your higher self. Let's talk about the first card as well. Now this is the last card for you. Fire Tiger, share your gift. Let me go to number 3. The tiger doesn't hold back, and neither should you. Think big and make a difference to the world with your creative power. You do have a creative process in you, and that's how your inner world, it's created. Whether you understand it or aware of it or not, and that's how it works in this natural way, just the way how your soul work and how your soul connect with your vessel, your body. So it's asking you, do you understand your creative power yet? If you do, are you able to grasp your creative power? How you can create this in the world to express through your vessels. So you see there is a direct connections. So there are 4 aspects of your life: body, mind, heart, and soul. They're all connected. And I do hope that you realize it. So if you understand this deeper side of creative power that you have, then you can will it the way you so choose. So that way you don't allow the external world to influence you, to manipulate you anymore of your creative power. So it is time to realize how you've been influenced, how you've been manipulated, as basic as false belief can get to you. So I hope that makes sense. This is just an example of that, so you can take this information to apply to your day-to-day life to help you, so you can stay in your center. And may you find light from your spiritual guardian. For this feeling, for me, for Ruby, how does the lead coworker feel about you? I'm using the Chinese 5-element oracle, but let me go to the guidebook. Fire, tiger, share your gift. There's a feeling of wanting to support you. That's the first thing I pick it up. There's like some sort of friendship, love going on. But sometimes you want to read the opposite. But sometimes there is some sort of conflicting feelings because of differences between you and Lee. But however, if you both were on the judgment, not to judge each other, and I feel like this relationship is going to grow stronger in terms of friendship. So it requires some listening. I think it's called the proactive listening toward each other's. Leads prefer consistent in terms of thinking. Something more so-called stability. When it's the thinking is consistent, the expressions of it is also consistent. So Lee can understand that. What's the way of it? Like saying one thing and then later on something else. Keep changing your mind about this and that. So that's how he feels, right? I think that's what he needs. So he feels stable when he's talking to you. When you think consistently. Not saying you can change your mind, but as long as there's a proper explanation to change your mind in a logical sense, not coming from this emotional burst of moment. Remember not to judge each other because of differences, different points of views. Is there any more on this? I'm not seeing anything else I need to tell Whoopi about Lee. Let go of fear. Whoopi, do not let your life stuck in fear. Don't get stuck in this protectiveness, defensiveness, energy, because that's negative energy from you. You don't want to keep attracting the same type of energy around you. Do you see how you should not judge anyone? You should get to know Lee first at a different levels. Understand where Lee's coming from. Understand his family. Understand perhaps his childhood if Lee wants to share. But if you're open, I'm sure he will open up his heart. I mean, I don't know if it's a guy or not, but to you as well, right? It's depend if you're open, Lee will be open, right? So I hope you see the law of attraction set like attract like. If you do it with negativity, then Lee's gonna have this negative energy, like keeps cycling, So I hope you understand that. So do it in a loving energy, Whoopi. Is there any more I need to say for this? Got it to end here for you. May you find light from your spiritual guardian. How does Jules, this friends, feel about you? I'm using the Neon Love Oracle here. First one is soulmate. It feels like we have been together for lifetimes. Our connection is on another levels. Moving in. I cannot get enough of you. Do you want to move in together? Using you. Stop. Maybe I have something out. Maybe I have some ulterior motives. Do you think I might be taking advantage of you? So be careful, your spiritual guardian say, Raquel. Abusive. I know you don't deserve to be treated like this, but I am acting out a pattern of abuse that's really deeply rooted in me. So Jules has trauma. I don't know, childhood maybe, adulthood maybe. I don't know how that is, but there's something about his life story that needs to be learned about, whatever trauma Jules is going through. This person needs some sort of inner healings. Jealousy. I get jealous because I'm struggling with my own insecurity. So this Jules get jealous, like whoever you're with or something. I don't know. It depends on certain situation. I'm not going to say all situations in your surrounding your life, but yes, Joel does get jealous because of this insecure feeling. And this is the end of your reading. May you find light from the spiritual guardian. So 3-card reading for Callie. I'm using the Enchanted Force for you. The first card is the White Heart. Similar to a full card. But we'll see what it says in the guidebook for you. Beginning of something. Is there something I need to channel about the beginning? Intuitions. The beginning of intuitions. Start with the guts feeling. the inner sensations. Is that what you want me to talk about? The feelings of it? Yeah, it's like something coming through you and you know it. It's that sensation. It does not require your body to do anything of that, to pick that up. But then you have to follow your instinct to go deeper within that, to see what that is coming through you, or what it is that is trying to tell you. And let me move on to the second card as well to see if that's any interrelationship. Waiver or challenge. Well, let's talk about growing through acquiring information, learning something to improve your intelligence. That is the main focus of this life journey you're having. And I feel like it's trying to say that it's blocking your intuitions to really surface to your the consciousness perhaps, because you're so driven by the societal perhaps the need for educations, the need for skills, for survivals, or perhaps you're so brainy that you need to learn. Maybe somebody give you the impressions that learning is good for you. It will enrich your life. It kind of protect you for all your lifetime. The more you learn, the more skill that you have, the better chance of you to being independent perhaps for survival purpose in that regard. Like whoever expressed that to you when you're younger. That's what I'm getting. It's some sort of someone you admire. Like that set this belief system for you. Keeper of challenge. Being neutral will be the challenging part of this, because you're so on the mind aspect and physical aspect of life. But then the heart and the soul aspect are not incorporating enough into your life to really find the right balance, because you do have body, mind, heart, and soul aspects in your life. And it's become challenging with this first card because it's trying to birth something new within you through your soul language, your intuitive ability. But then this two card is saying that you're blocking these initiations. So I hope you see what your spiritual guardian is trying to say here. You need to shift your focus inward, so that way you can improve that sixth sense in you. Is there any more to say about this reading? Yes, I already told her it's a intuitive ability. It's a soul language. I already mentioned that. Anything else? And this is the end of the 3 cards reading that you pay for. Then I will move forward to the free reading for you, okay? This is reading for Kali from the Chinese 5 elements. First card 36, I'm getting the Earth pig here. Surrender to the moment. See the guidebook here. The pig waters element relates to fear. Take long deep breath to calm those fear and allow clarity to emerge within the breath. You know, water elements really talk about your heart aspect of life, the feelings of fears. There's some subconsciousness that are related to fears, and I feel like it's coming from your past life as well. But you need to let that come through you, through your consciousness, so you can do something to work on that. Anything else about this card? You don't have to control your life directions. Nothing needs to be perfect in your life. And don't try to, I think you want a certain outcome, wherever that situation might be. And that's like, and trying to anticipate those situations to set the outcome well, to achieve that outcome that you desire. Let's put it this way. And it's driving yourself to have those emotional turbulence inside of you. And this is the egoistic self that I'm talking about here. The desire. And the challenging part is you have past life as well that can service. And at the same time, you're allowing emotion to control you through those desires. And just, is there any more to express here? And that's why this card is telling you to surrender. Surrender so you don't have to need to know what that future is, or even this moment, what you need to do. Like, what is it? Planning? She's planning, scheduling what to do, like a task. Too much human doing and not a work. You're doing too much. Like, I'm not saying you're doing working excessively, but you like laying down, oh, this is what I need to do for today, what I plan for tomorrow, what I plan for weekend, this is what I want to do, you know, blah 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 blah. It's all related to physical activity, whether doing with yourself or doing with other people's, or wherever you want to do, at home or outside. This is all activities. If that's all mean to you, that's why you haven't integrated your heart and your soul yet to understand the spiritual life form that you have. And that's what the first reading I did for you. That's why you're blocking your intuitive ability, not embracing your true soul, not embracing your soul language, because your soul come before these vessels. Without your soul, what's the point of having a vessel? Because you're not even in it to do anything with this vessel to really explore another lifetime. And yeah, you have couple past lifetimes already, I'm trying to put everything back together to try to make some sense here why your spiritual guardian want you to surrender to the moment, right? You have to change your perceptions about life. If not, you're going to get stuck in this physical life physical living, and that's it, doing things until the end of the day, the last day on this lifetime. Let me move on to this last card here. Powerful beginning. I don't know why I'm having too much blockage. Maybe that's why from you, Kali. You're blocking yourself. That's why I was like so hesitating doing these readings. Whew. I'm gonna have to release this energy, this blockage. Can you continue to do breathing and focus on that and relax? Don't try to anticipate. Don't try to control anything. Nothing needs to be perfect, Kali. So that way you can calm yourself. Your inside needs to be calm. And relax. Wood Tiger, powerful beginnings and progress. Your act for define all arts and turning things around has made quite an impression on your external world. People look up to you for inspiration. Yeah, even though you make something for yourself being this independent person, but the challenges is still yourself. Not the external side of you, but the internal side of you. Yes, you make progress in this physical life form, but that's not going to be enough. And the answer is your higher calling here. You have to see this higher calling within you. To trigger this new beginning. So it's up to you how you're going to progress it. Do you want to embrace your soul, or are you going to continue to embrace your body and your mind, where you already found success in that? But eventually, you're going to continue to misalign with your soul blueprints, to lose yourself in it with all those that you have achieved in this lifetime on earth. And that's what I'm getting here. Do you want me to stop channeling for her? Is there any more I need to say for her about the futures? Losing yourself. And you will know when you lose yourself because you feel emptiness, because you feel loneliness. You have hard time loving yourself truly through these positive emotions only. Because you're codependent on other things on the external side to make you feel good. And I'm seeing material things are abundance. But that at the end of the day, when you're all by yourself, or even with family, but when you're spending this alone time, even in your own room, on your own bed, and there's something called emptiness in you because you haven't really turned on this spiritual perspective of life through your heart and soul integrations. That's what I'm seeing about you in the future. But this reading here is to try to help you, to nudge you to understand that life is beyond the physical form of life. And I hope that you're hearing this high calling from your spiritual guardians. It's time to dive deep into your intuitive ability through your soul. But are you allowing your heart to open? Let go all those false beliefs that what you believe in since childhood. That is so ingrained in you, that drive you, or just they motivate you to do what you're doing today, to go to external side to acquire, instead of going to your internal side to acquire something even more beautiful, even more abundance than what you have achieved right now, or even in the futures. So I'm going to end it here. May you find light from the spiritual guardian.